Hey guys, I have been so excited to do this video. I have been really thinking about all of my favorites lately and just rounding up all of the products that I have been really loving this year. And I really thought long and hard about this because I really wanted to show you guys what really made my top and why it made my top and exactly why I need it, how often I use it, and should you guys purchase it. So let's just get it started because I have quite a few products, but I'm super excited to share this with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try to start off first by how I would apply things to my face or just things I would do first whenever I'm getting ready. My favorite perfume of this year, and it is the Dolce Gabanna No. 3. I'm totally probably messing this name up, but it's called L'Imperatrice. I'm not even too sure, but it's No. 3. It smells so bomb. I have like this much left. I literally purchased it at the beginning of last year for my wedding day. I wanted to have something that smelled really fresh and something that I have always loved to wear, and I used to love this perfume a lot in high school. Me and my best friend were obsessed with it. It smells so good, you guys. Okay, so the next thing that I like to prep my skin with is a moisturizer, and this Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer is honestly my favorite moisturizer. It really absorbs into your skin really well, and I purchased a couple of these this year on clients, and I just think it's so good. It makes their skin feel so great and refreshed and like awake, and I love that. And it really moisturizes their skin, especially if it's dry to combination or even oily. This is a really good moisturizer, so I highly recommend this one. The next primer that I have been so obsessed with, I would say for about a year and a half now, is the Mally Perfect Prep Primer, and it is so good, you guys. Like, a lot of people rave about the Makeup Forever one, the gray one in the tube, and I think it's good, but I feel like you get so much more product in this, and it's almost the same exact texture, you guys. The only downside is you have to dip your finger in or use a spatula, but it is so good, and it is so worth it because it comes with so much more product. Okay, the next thing I could not do my makeup without would be these simple makeup cleansing wipes. And these in specific are so good. Like, I had to use Neutrogena when I went on vacation because they don't have trial sizes of that at Target, I guess. So I just bought that, and it was okay to me. Like, to me, it still burns a little bit. I guess I have sensitive eyes, so I think this one really tops the cake for 2015. It's just so good. I cannot do my makeup without it. My husband knows because whenever I run out and if I don't get it, I have to tell him to stop and get it because it's so good. So he already knows cleansing. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into eyeshadows, and I wanted to share with you guys eyeshadows that I really loved this year, but also I'm gonna break it down for you guys to which ones I think you should purchase. So the first ones I'm going to start off with are a little bit more higher end and luxury, and it is the Too Faced chocolate bars, and I have the chocolate bar original and the semi-sweet one. I honestly think these are so good, and I love them both for different reasons. The colors are so different. I think this is a more warm tone one and this is a more cool tone one. I do happen to use this one a little bit more because I never have any cool tone shadows, and I think these shadows are really good, so I tend to use this one more. But that doesn't mean that I don't love this one. It's just I have a lot more warm tone friendly shadows. I just think this is just so perfect. Like, if I'm gonna travel, I'll take something like this. It's very simple, it has all of the colors I'll need, and just I can really create a lot of looks with these palettes. And I just love that they smell like cocoa. I know that's just an added bonus, but I mean, it makes me happy. And I actually heard that if you are smelling cocoa, or just it puts you in a happier mood, and I really truly believe that because when I open this palette, it makes me happy, and just smelling it just smells so good. Okay, so the next palette I have is kind of disgusting how it looks, but let's just get over that fact, and it is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. I am in love with this palette, you guys. I need to purchase more Morphe products because I'm just so impressed with the quality of their products and just how good they really are. Like, I use these all the time for freelancing makeup, and they're just good shadows. Like, they blend so good in the crease. They're very creamy, very pigmented, very blendable, and just so awesome for the price. The price is definitely right on these, you guys. I have been dying to get my hands on the 35O palette, but that thing sells out so freaking fast. So yeah, but for now, I've just been loving this one, and I think it's really, really, really good. And very wearable. Between the two, if I were to recommend one to you, I would definitely have to say the Morphe one. I think just because they're a lot more affordable and they're very, very blendable, and they're just more budget friendly, you guys. I think that it's a good starter palette if you're going to start out in makeup, or you just want to start doing makeup or stuff like that on yourself. I just think this is a very, very good palette, and especially if you're doing freelance, I think it's an amazing palette to just invest in a couple Morphe palettes and boom, you're done. You don't have to buy any more. So the next eyeshadows I'm going to mention are very, very affordable eyeshadows, and they are the Colourpop eyeshadows, and the colors that I got are in the Super Shock Shadow and the metallic version. I heard that that version is the best to work with and super easy and very pigmented and look really awesome on your lids. So I wanted to only get these at first because to me, I'm not too sure how I feel about a cream to powder matte formula, but these are so amazing. The color I have is Lovely, which is a very like goldy champagne color, and I love to pop that all over the lid. And then the other color I have is a very rose goldy type color, and it is the color Amaze. So pretty, you guys. And then the last color, which I have on today on my eyes, and I did a tutorial on it, it is the Nillionaire eyeshadow. This is their most popular eyeshadow, you guys. It's a very bronzy, very pigmented eyeshadow. It is so, so, so good, you guys. I really love them. They're about $6, and I think they're just really, really good company. Colourpop also was really killing it this year, and I just think that they're an amazing, amazing company. Let me swatch some for you guys so you guys can see. I love the formula of these and how like pigmented they are. Like, look at this, you guys. And they also have highlighters too. I do like them. I just have another favorite highlight instead, so I didn't feature those in my favorites. Okay, so the next product I wanted to mention, which is also kind of like a highlight, but I wanted to mention it, and it is the MAC Nylon eyeshadow. I am obsessed with this eyeshadow, you guys. I recently got it towards the end of the year, but it is a game changer. Honestly, if you don't have it, get it. This is all you need in your tear duct. If you're doing a really simple, quick look, foundation, this, mascara, brows, boom, you're done. You look so fresh and so awake with just this eyeshadow. You can even use it as a highlight. I've done that and I like it. I always use it as the nose highlight. I think it just looks really beautiful. I think it's a great product. The next product I'm going to mention is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I think this foundation is a really, really good foundation. It's really medium to full coverage, and it is very buildable. I think it's a great, great foundation. I love to mix this with the other L'Oreal True Match, but I think this one can really go with any type of foundation, which is really, really good because it can really blend with other ones and give you the most medium to full coverage that you want. And that's what I like about this, because this is a really good foundation that you can just get at the drugstore. The next product that I have repurchased this year is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is a very, very good concealer. I broke one and then had to repurchase it, and it is just so good. It's very full coverage. It does not budge and does not crease on you, which is what I like my concealer to do. Very full coverage, and I think it looks really good on all skin types. Anybody. I have used this a lot in freelancing, and it just looks really, really good. Okay, so the next palette, I have been really wanting to get my hands on the Kat Von D palette, the Contour Kit, but I'm the type of person, I need to finish something before I can buy something else. So I have been using this Anastasia Beverly Hills one for quite some time now. I have finally hit pan on some shades here, and the rest of them kind of look dirty, but it's a really, really, really good palette, you guys. I think for the price and just the convenience of having it in a small little palette like this, it's a really, really good palette. So I'm gonna finish this up, and maybe I'll try the Kat Von D one, since that one is in a lot of people's favorites this year. So I really, really like this. Anastasia Beverly Hills was really doing her thing this year and really was a very talked about company this year in makeup. So I'm really, really impressed with Anastasia, and I highly recommend their products. Okay, so I think I mentioned this blush last year in my favorites, but I'm going to mention it again because honestly, you guys know I'm not a blush person and I'm not crazy about blush, but this blush really is just super beautiful, and it is the Milani Luminoso blush. It's a very peachy, corally color, and it has a nice sheen to your cheeks, and it looks really, really flawless. Honestly, whenever I apply this, I think it looks really airbrushed and very like effortless. Like you can't tell that you put blush on, but it is there and it just blends so beautifully. So yeah, I love Milani too. Mentioning another Milani product right after the other, but I do use this quite a bit, and it is the Milani Baked Bronzer in 04 Glow. What I like to do with this, if you have watched my tutorials, I will contour my cheeks and then I will go in with this and just kind of buff it in. I will buff it around the face, so I'll kind of do it in a C motion. So I will buff out that contour so it doesn't look too harsh, and also bronzing up my skin. This powder really gives you, like I'm telling you, a very glow from within. It has a little bit of sparkles and it is a baked blush, like a baked formula, but it is so good, guys. Like it really just adds a nice glow to my skin, just like what the name of it is. It's really, really beautiful on your skin. I highly recommend this one. Okay, so the next thing I want to mention is eyebrows. This year, I really like to fill my eyebrows in, but I like them to be a little bit natural, but yet defined, if that makes sense. So I have been loving to fill them in with the Anastasia Dipbrow. I will outline my brows with the Dipbrow, and then I will kind of blend out that product, and then I will just top it off with the duo powder, and this is in the dark brown color. I would just top it off with this color just to set it, to make sure my eyebrows don't move at all. And I'm telling you, they will not move and they will look good until I take them off at night. I just love these two together. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna mention is the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder in the color Translucent. I have been loving this powder, you guys. It really makes my under eyes and just look really flawless, and whenever I set it with a baking type of method, it just really works really, really well. And I like to bake it with my beauty blender. This is the only thing that I use the beauty blender for, and I will just take it and dip it into the powder and then put it under my eyes, let it bake for 5 minutes, and it really gives you a very flawless look. So I really love the baking method, and it's really, really good with this powder because it's super finely milled. So I really, really love these two together. Okay, we are almost done, so just stick with me here for a second. I'm gonna mention some of my lip products that I have been loving this year, and I kind of tried to keep it to a minimum. So yeah, first off, I'm gonna start off with something that is a lip repair, which is kind of a mask that I always apply before I do my makeup, so that way my lips will be really smooth no matter what I'm wearing, whether it's a matte lip or whether it's a lip gloss. I like my lips to be really, really smooth, and this is the Aquaphor Lip Repair lip balm. I don't know what you would call it, but it is so good, you guys. It really makes my lips really, really smooth and really, really moisturized, and I don't have to exfoliate them anymore, and I can really, really take advantage of the matte lipsticks lately, because before it was really drying out my lips and giving them really cracked lips and dry, and it just did not look good. So with this, I am now able to wear all of the matte lipsticks, so yay! Okay, speaking of matte lipsticks, I have been loving the Colourpop Ultra Matte lipsticks. I think these are really, really good. I just happen to have these on me. Doesn't really matter the color. I just think their formula is really, really good. And the price is right. $6 or $8, I think, for these. They're so good, you guys. Like, I just think they're a really, really good product. I love Colourpop because they're super affordable and they really make great products, you guys. Like, they're really hard to beat their products for the price. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend you guys try Colourpop. Okay, so the next two products, which are my favorite nude combination, is the L'Oreal JLO Nude, also mixed with the matte cream sheen glass in Deelight. It's a more mauve toned color, but it's very, very natural and very sheen, which is what I like in a lip gloss. I like it to be very like glossy and very see-through. Like, I'm not into that crazy lip gloss phase anymore where it's like your lip gloss is super pigmented, you don't even need a lipstick. No. I want my lip gloss to be lip gloss. Let's rewind and go back to how it used to be. Let's let lip gloss be lip gloss. Can we do that? Okay, I just wanted to shout out some of the brushes that I purchased this year that really have changed the game for me. And the first one I'm going to mention is the Morphe G6 brush. You guys have heard me talk about this on my channel here before. I think it's a really, really good brush. Don't need to say anything more unless you've watched my videos. It's just so good. And it's for foundation, I should say that too. So the next brush I'm going to mention is the Morphe 310 brush, and it is a fan brush, which is what I apply my highlight with. I would just apply it just like this to the cheekbones, and it really, really applies very, very well. Amra from Amrezy actually would always talk about this, so that's why I purchased it, and it really is a really good brush. And the next brush I'm going to mention is the NARS Ita brush. It is very, very, very pricey. I'm not going to lie, but I got this as a discounted price from a friend, and I love this brush. I love it. I love it for contouring. It really gets into my contour cheekbones, and I can really chisel them out, and it looks really, really good. I just love this brush. It really makes contouring super quick. The next thing that I also want to mention is the MAC Fix Plus, and this is in the coconut version that came out in the summertime. I really love it. It's very, very, very refreshing. I used to always wonder what the Fix Plus was for, and now this year that I've kind of gotten a little bit more advanced in makeup, I know that it's just to set your makeup, not to make it stay longer, but to make you not look as powdery and more glowy, like you're glowing. I like to also spray this on my foundation brush, and it kind of like thins out the foundation, but it really gives you a glow because of the glycerin, I think it is. I'm not too sure, but there's a ingredient in here that really makes your skin just more refreshed and hydrated. Okay, and so one of the last few products that I have to mention is mascara. I was really, really surprised in the fact that I actually found a mascara that I like that's a little bit more high-end. I never like to spend full price on mascaras, but this is a really, really good mascara. It really gives your eyelashes a very false-like appearance, and I just really like it a lot, a lot. My favorite highlight of the year, hands down, has to be the Becca Champagne Pop highlight, and I just am obsessed with this highlight. Like, I broke one and had to repurchase it because I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to get it because it's a limited edition product. I honestly can say I've tried quite a bit of highlights this year, and this one is my number one. I wish they would make this a permanent one, so that way one day when I do run out, I can always go and get another one. But unfortunately it's not, but they are still selling it right now. So if you are interested in a highlight, I would definitely highly recommend this one. It's a very peachy golden shade. I think it goes with a lot of skin tones, and it is a really, really good highlight. It's very creamy, very buildable, and if you don't like a very bam highlight, I would not recommend this. But if you do like your highlight game to be on fleek and be really strong, I definitely recommend this. This is what I'm wearing today, this only, and it's very, very buildable. I just think it looks really, really good and makes your skin look like you're glowing. Like, it just looks so, so, so good. And I just want to congratulate Jaclyn. This is an amazing product, and I can't wait to see what you do in 2016 because your products, girl, have been real good. I'm hoping that this video isn't super, super long and that I can kind of cut out some things in here, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have had a great, great year this year, and I'm super excited for 2016 and all the things that are going to happen in it. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great year, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new and give this video a thumbs up. Bye guys.